Press record. Thank you so much, everyone, for calling in tonight. I'm so excited to be having this call about our goals for 2016. It's so important not only to understand the goals you should be setting for yourself, but also how to achieve those goals. And we've talked about this a little, over the past few weeks going into 2016 and, the type of goals that I think you guys should be setting for yourself. But I'm just going to dig deeper tonight and really talk about my goals, how I plan to achieve those goals, why I'm choosing those goals, to help you guys to, really think about your goals and are you making big enough goals and really committing to pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in order to get to where you want to be in this business. I know we talk about personal development a lot, but it's so crucial when you move forward, with setting goals for yourself and understanding not only where you want to be, but how you're going to get there and having the belief in yourself in order to be able to achieve that. And I think that's one of the hardest things. So, even for myself, so when I looked at the goals that I had set for myself for 2015 and what I accomplished, I obviously did well in the business, but there are some goals that I didn't end up reaching. And, I think about this a lot because there's two opportunities at that time where you can either get down on yourself for not achieving your goals, or you can use it as a learning experience in order to understand, why didn't I achieve those goals? Should I have set such big goals for myself? What am I going to do differently going forward? And for me, the mindset of not setting those big goals because you don't think you can achieve them is really the wrong attitude, guys, because you need to be setting huge goals for yourself in order to, just get even a little bit further in your career. And the reason I say that is because I had set a goal for myself in order to hit 10-star diamond by the end of this year, and to hit elite. And if I never set these huge goals for myself, I wouldn't have ended the year at 7-star diamond and not only elite coach, but in the top 200. And, that's something that it doesn't just happen overnight, and it doesn't happen without having a clear vision as to where you want to be going and why you want to achieve those goals. So, when I'm really thinking about goal setting for this year and what I want to accomplish and be doing, something sticks out to me, and what I'm about to say is I feel really strongly about when you're really thinking about how you're going to be successful going forward in this year. So set goals so big, you can't achieve them without growing into the person who can. And when I hear this, guys, it really speaks to me because right now with setting your goals, it's scary. Like, in order to set the big goals that you need to set in order to get to where you want to be, you're going to have those doubts in your mind where you think that you can't achieve them. When I read you the goals that I'm setting for myself for this year, to be honest, guys, they scare the crap out of me, but I'm so excited about them at the same time. And I understand that right now with the person who I am, maybe the person today can't reach those goals, but if I continue to do personal development, I'm heading to the leadership retreat in California tomorrow. If I go there with a positive attitude, an open mind that I can learn everything that I can possibly learn from that, and not just learn, but apply what I'm learning, I know I can achieve these goals. And that's the mindset that you guys need to get into, through personal development, through the training opportunities that Beachbody provides, whether it's my trainings, other coach trainings, the National Wake Up Call every Monday, Googling people on YouTube about subjects that you feel like you're not strong in yet, where you feel like you can grow. The key is taking these opportunities to learn, but not just taking the opportunity to learn, but really, taking notes, thinking about how this can help your business, how this can help you grow as a leader and a coach, and applying this to your everyday habits in order to get to where you want to be. So I'm sure you guys have thought about your goals. I hope you have anyway, and I hope you guys have already written some down. But as I go through my goals, think about it. Okay, where am I right now in my business? What did I achieve for 2015? And what do I want to achieve in 2016? And how am I going to get there? And am I setting big enough goals for myself after listening to Heather's goals? So, the goals that I'm setting for myself, it's broken out very specific, guys, because, you really need to have clear goals. I don't know how many of you have heard of SMART goals. And this is something that I always had heard about, but something I actually learned more about through my MBA course. And there are a lot of things that I've been trying to apply to my business that I've learned over the last year from getting my MBA. And setting SMART goals is one of those things that has really clicked with me in this business, and I feel like is really helpful. So when I say SMART, it means specific, meaningful, action-oriented, realistic, and timely goals. And what that means, so for specific, for the S of SMART, what do you want to achieve in your area of focus? So what are you looking to achieve this year? What are the things that you really want to do with this business? Meaningful. Why are these goals that you're setting for yourself important to you? I feel like this is one of the things that people really miss, guys. Why do you want to be doing this? Why do you want to hit diamond? Why do you want to hit 5-star diamond? What does that mean for you in your business and in your life? Action orientated is what A stands for. What steps will take you to achieve that? So, have this mindset, set goals for yourself, but what does it take in order to get there? Do you understand what it takes? Maybe you don't. Maybe you need help from your coach or myself in order to, get the guidance and to get in the mindset of understanding, what does this mean for myself? What do I need to be doing monthly, weekly, daily in order to get to where I want to be? And don't be shy and feel uncomfortable reaching out in order to find out these things. It's not something that I expect most people to understand, especially early on in this business. Even myself, I have to run it by other coaches, my success partner or my coach, as to figuring out, okay, am I doing exactly what I need to be in order to get to where I want to be? My Beachbody mentor helps me with this. I, again, watch trainings on this. So don't expect that you guys need to know all the answers, and reach out and ask questions. There's no stupid question. The R in SMART stands for realistic. So how do you know that you can achieve this goal? And this is a tricky one, guys, because again, I want you to be setting big, scary goals for yourself, but also goals that like, okay, this is a goal that, isn't too unrealistic, something that I can actually work towards. It's a actionable goal where I can set goals to it in order to do it. Like if you're a brand new coach, you can have the goal of hitting 15-star diamond by the end of the year. But that's a really difficult goal, and that's something that I would want to talk about with someone in order for them to understand exactly what that takes in order to get there. And timely. So this is one of the most important things too, is when do you want to achieve this goal? It's really important to set dates to your goals in order to understand how much time do I have to get there? What do I need to be doing in that time frame in order to get there? How hard do I need to be pushing myself, etc.? If you want to be a diamond, and it's January 18th, when do you want to be a diamond by? By December 31st? I mean, to me, that's not a big enough goal. So diamond is a great goal, but you can probably do that in 2 to 3 months if you set your mind to it and you have objectives and smaller goals in order to get there. So time is a very important thing in order to set to your goals and to have them sporadic throughout the year. So I'm going to go through my goals with you guys for 2016 to set an example to understand the type of goals that I'm setting for myself. How do I plan to achieve those goals and what those goals mean to me? So my individual goals for the year are, the first one is really important to me, especially being a part of this business, is getting in the best shape of my life. And again, when you're thinking about your business goals, that might not be something that just pops into someone's mind because they're just thinking about the business and how I can maximize my income and, achieve rank and help my team. But first and foremost, guys, you need to never forget about your personal journey in your health and fitness and what that means for you. So make sure you set a goal like that. Either it's in the best shape of your life, it's losing a certain amount of weight, it's toning, it's, getting finally to the point where you feel comfortable starting hammer and chisel, whatever it may be. Make sure that you have that health and fitness goal, in there on your goals for the year. My next goal is 10-star diamond by March 31st. So, it's January 18th. I feel like this is definitely an achievable goal for myself. It's something that I had set for myself for end of year for 2015. So it's still true to my heart. It's something where I didn't get down on myself, but I still want to achieve this goal, and I'm not going to allow for myself to kind of get off track in my mindset and be like, you know what, well, I didn't hit my first goal, so this is no longer important to me. It's still a really important goal, even though I didn't achieve it on the original time frame that I had set for myself. I'm going to continue to keep pushing for it, and I think we have the team members on this team in order to get there. Success Club 25 combined every month. So, this may seem big, and when I mean combined, so this means my business center and my boyfriend's business center that I run. So I want us both to be hitting at least Success Club 10 and growing our business. I haven't put his business to be a huge priority early on in my business, and I now see how this is hurting me. So spouse accounts is something that I know people have some kind of a hard time understanding in the beginning and how they can benefit from this account. And it's truly something that I wish that I had spent more time on. So, that's something to really think about when you're setting goals for yourself. How can I maximize my income and my opportunities with hitting Success Club, earning points to hit Elite, because Elite is based on Success Club points that your team earns. So he's just another person that if he was hitting Success Club every month, that would help me. So that's something to think about, guys. If you have a spouse account that you're working or someone else's, make sure you're making that a priority on top of your own business center, because there are several benefits. My next goal is 15-star diamond by Summit. This is a huge goal for myself because, to be honest, I don't really feel like I have the coaches in my downline right now to do that. I think we're a super strong team throughout the team, but this would be a difficult goal for me in order to achieve, but it's one that I know is possible if I keep working with my team and being the best leader that I can be. If I keep recruiting every day, I know I can find the coaches in order to hit this. So, this is the attitude to have, guys. So set a big, scary goal, but understand what that means for you and your team, and, not just your team, but you as a leader. So how are you going to step up as a leader in order to get to where you want to be? Because at the end of the day, growing in rank is about other people and helping your team and, developing as a leader, as a coach, and feeling like you have the ability in order to help others grow the life of their dreams as well. Also, I would like to be a 2-star diamond in my second CBC by Summit. So that would make me a combined 17-star diamond. That's something that I definitely think is achievable for myself. I have the coaches there. It's just about, again, applying what I'm learning and stepping up as a leader and getting them to where they want to be, making sure that this is a goal of theirs and how we can achieve it together. And then at that point, I would be able to open my third CBC for people to, so that's my third coach business center. So for leaders that don't understand, when you get to 2-star diamond, you can open up another CBC under your name, which is, again, this gives you the opportunity to maximize your income because you're bringing in more volume for your team. So you're basically working another business center, which is something that I can go into detail with people if they have questions on that. I also want to read one personal development book per month. This may not seem a lot, but honestly, guys, I'm not a fast reader. And my personal development from a standpoint of the books we read for Beachbody really took, part of going to get my MBA was I had to do a lot of reading for that. So this was one of the things that I honestly couldn't or didn't really make a priority in 2015 and did upset me. I mean, I looked at my MBA program as an opportunity to grow personally as well. And I mentioned earlier how I feel like it's helped me in the things that I've been applying to my business. But personal development for me in the books that I recommend to you guys, I think they're so powerful, and I think it's something that you do need to make a priority on a monthly basis and not something that you should be wishy-washy with, because no one's perfect, at all, and there are always things that we can be working with and we can be learning and growing, and it's important to be able to recognize that for yourself and to understand, okay, like what are the areas that I feel really strong and the areas that I feel like I still need to grow. And don't just pick a personal development book because you see on Facebook that other leaders think, wow, this is an amazing book. And, pick the book because it helps you to get to where you want to be. So if you're struggling with confidence and this book is, going to help you in that area, then read that. But if you feel like you're doing really good at, social media, and someone recommends a book for it, maybe that's not the right book for you at this time. Put it on your list and maybe revisit it if you want to. But again, focusing on personal development is growing yourself and not doing what other people are doing, but what's going to make you strong. And this goes for setting goals for yourself too, guys. Even if you have a success partner, most success partners try to find someone that's on the same level as them, but don't set your goals based on other people's goals. You never want to be competing with someone else. The biggest thing you want to do is competing with yourself every day and becoming a better version of you. So, kind of put the blinders on when you're setting your goals and understand what they mean for you, why they're important to you, and why you want to reach them. You can get inspired by other coaches, but don't make their goals your goals. My last big goal for the year, my individual goal, is my second CBC to 5-star by end of year. So that's a longer goal for myself. And to hit elite again this year is another goal for myself. And I would like to be in the top at least 50 this year of the company. So that's a huge goal for myself and something that I plan to work towards throughout the year. So how all of these goals breaks down even further, and what I want you guys to do is, what does this mean for my income goals for the end of the year? So for me, when I'm looking at this, so I want to make a consistent $8,000 a week between my business centers by the end of this year. I want to pay off my student loan that I have now from going back to school to get my MBA. I want to be debt-free, which is something that I have not been since 20 years. I don't know. No, that would make me 10. So I don't know, at least 12 years I haven't been debt-free. So that's something that really speaks to me, guys. That's something that I can't even imagine. If I hit that goal, what it means to me is huge. And these are the things that I want you guys to be understanding when you're thinking of income. Think about what that means for your life. Don't look at it as a dollar sign. Look at it as, does that mean for you the same thing as me? Actual freedom and being able to say that you're debt-free, not living in that fear and that weight over your shoulders that's holding you down from doing the things for your family or for yourself and the things that you love, or being able to put money in the bank to support yourself and your family. I want to purchase my first property, which is another huge thing for me. I've never owned a property. So, at 31 years old, that's a huge goal of mine and something that I really want to do, and something that will continue to push me forward throughout this year in order to reach these big, scary goals that I've set for myself. And then in the end, if I want to be putting money in my savings, I put money in my savings right now, but it's not a good amount. It's not getting me to where I want to be. So having that, being debt-free and my paychecks being able to go in there every month is something that is truly important to me. And for this team, guys, I set goals as well for my team. So this is something that I want you guys to consider as well. So for me, by end of year, I see us having at least 3 5-star diamonds in my downline. At least 5 2-star diamonds in my downline. 2 6-figure earners under me, and at least 7 coaches at the next leadership retreat. And these ones make me so excited, guys, because this means that I'm stepping up the leader and I'm helping my team in order to reach their goals. And hopefully these are goals of some of the coaches in my downline. And I know at least the 5 stars are for sure. I know, especially Jenny, who's on the call, she has set huge goals for herself. We've already talked about. And I know that these, I have coaches within the downline that have these big goals, and I'm excited to help you guys get there. But the reason for this call is to making sure that we all understand how to get there and what that means for your business. So now that you guys understand what my goals are, how do I plan to get there? Which is a great question, because when I was putting this together, I'm like, oh my God, how do I get there? How do I get to the point where I want to be in my business? So I broke it up into monthly activities, weekly activities, and daily activities. And you guys, when you hear this, you might be like, oh, that's a lot. That seems a little excessive. But at the end of the day, what I've learned in this business is the clearer your vision is to know where you want to be and why you want to be there and how you're going to be there, the more successful you're going to be. And guys, it makes it less stressful and makes this business more fun when you have a vision and it's easy for you right in front of you. I don't know how you stay organized. Everyone stays organized differently. I have an Excel spreadsheet that I track things on. Other people use Google Docs, or they use these other advanced systems that other coaches, top coaches, have told them about. But whatever it is, find your way of getting organized and have these goals for yourself and the daily, monthly, weekly activities for yourself to know what you need to be doing every day. So you don't get to your power hour and sit in front of your TV in front of your computer and go blank, and you just start scrolling Facebook, wasting time because you don't know what you should be doing. So my monthly activities are at least 30 new coaches every month, 25 new challengers, and at least 25 to 30 personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club 5. And like when I look at this, I'm like, oh, that's 30 new coaches a month. That's pretty steep. But honestly, if I'm talking to enough people in order to achieve that goal, it's not that big of a scary goal. So, I set my monthly activities and I was working down from there. And when I started setting my weekly activities and my daily activities, these numbers didn't seem as scary. So when you guys first do this, you may have to kind of work backwards because your monthly activities might not be big enough. So, if you've already set these goals for yourself, look back at them and think to yourself, did I set big enough goals for myself? Can I do more in order to get to where I want to be this year? Like, the worst thing, guys, is at the end of the year, you don't want to be saying to yourself, I wish I did more. I know I could have achieved more, and not be content. And I'm not saying you have to be content with every part of your business, because I'm not right now, but I felt like I achieved a lot at the end of the year. And I want you guys to have that same feeling. And, the small goals that you guys didn't achieve, or maybe you achieved them all, whatever it may be, there has to be some kind of passion and drive in order to push forward and to set new goals for yourself and to get excited about that. So how that breaks down into weekly activities. So 20 business invites. Again, and this is weekly. So, that number is not too big, if you're forming with people and expanding your network. So 20 business invites, 20 challenge group invites, at least 30 follow-ups. So that can be people that I've talked with and started conversations with, 40 new combos. So that's finding new people in order. So, that number kind of came from the 20 business invites and the 20 challenge group invites, 40 ongoing conversations. And again, so this can be scary too, guys. How am I going to organize 40 conversations? So, again, however you feel like works best for you in order to organize this and get in a place where you know who you need to be following up with. I think Excel is perfect for this, but that's me. So whatever works best for you. There's a lot of studies that actually having something in paper written down is the most powerful tool in seeing it every day and crossing people off and adding new people to the list. I have the worst handwriting in the world, so this doesn't really work well for me, but you guys need to find what works well for you. Adding 40 new friends to my Facebook. This most likely this year will be growing my like page, because that's something that Facebook for me is a very valuable tool, especially being in the UK. I've grown a lot, basically my whole business through Facebook. So again, you guys need to decide what social platform you want to leverage this year. Of course, Facebook is the one that I recommend. That's the one I understand best and have had a lot of success with, but figure it out what works best for you. Maybe you want to focus on growing your Pinterest this year as well. But either way, you want to be growing your network. You want to be adding more people. You want to be connecting with more people on the social platform you choose in order to be talking to enough people to get to where you want to be. Because at the end of the day, guys, this business is a numbers game. It is sales. We don't want to think of it sales, because we are helping people. And it's probably the best sales opportunity you can ever have in the world. I truly believe that for that reason, because I never really feel like I'm selling, because I am helping people. But at the end of the day, it's a numbers game, and you need to be talking to as many people as possible. So 40 new friends, and then at least 10 one-on-one calls with my coaches. And this is a really important one for me, because again, I feel like I have a lot of great coaches in my downline now, and I need to step up as a leader and make sure that I'm helping them as best as I can in order to get them to where they want to be. So, think of where your business is right now, and, do you have active coaches? Do you feel like you're doing enough to get them to where they want to be? Are you having those conversations with them? And if you don't have those active coaches yet, use that kind of motivation to become a leader in order to inspire you to find them. That should probably be a huge goal for a lot of people on this team is, finding those leaders and recruiting new coaches in order to grow your team. And to be honest, it's something that I think is really exciting and I'm really passionate about in this business is, finding others that are excited to join this incredible journey and want to create this amazing life for themselves and freedom for their family. So, think of this as a blessing and, always be so excited in order to give this opportunity to someone else and, want to help them in order to get them to where they want to be. So you guys heard my big scary goals. I've walked through what I think I need to do in order to get there. And the numbers so far seem kind of big, but when you hear the daily activities, I think you're going to be a little surprised. So the daily activities is 3 to 4 business invites, 3 to 4. It's not a big number. 3 to 4 challenge group invites, at least 4 follow-ups, 5 new conversations, 5 ongoing conversations, and 5 new friends. So this was honestly a mind-blowing opportunity for me, guys, because when I was putting this together and I got to the end of my goals after breaking them out in this way and I got to my daily activities, I thought to myself, wow, that's not even that scary. Maybe I can revisit this and be setting even bigger goals for myself. And, that's really exciting to me. Or if maybe I revisit these goals in the next 2 months if I'm not getting myself to where I need to be in order to understand that, you know what, in order to hit those big scary goals I set for myself, I need to be doing more. So, and that's something to really be aware of too, guys. Never set goals for yourself. And, even if you break it down like this and then say I don't hit my first goal of 10-star diamond by March 31st, what am I going to do at that point? I'm not going to get down. Maybe I'll get down myself for like a few hours. I'm human. But I'm not going to let myself get to the point where I'm so upset that I lose sight of why I set that goal for myself, what that goal means for me, and honestly, what I need to do to get there. So, I will look back and use this as a learning opportunity again to learn and grow and to understand, was I doing enough in order to get there? Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I need to reevaluate my activities in order to get to my goals. Or it could be the opposite. Maybe I hit 10-star diamond in the next 30 days and then I revisit my goal list again because, I hit my goal quicker than I expected to. So, maybe I need to be setting bigger goals for myself. So it's great to set these goals. After this call, I want everyone to take some takeaways from this call, reevaluate your goals for the year, but always be reevaluating them. And, if you guys really want to get organized, set dates in order to do that. Set a calendar invite to yourself on, maybe it's March 31st for myself because that's one of my huge, big deadlines. And I reevaluate on March 31st. Did I achieve the goals that I set out to do by this date? And if I didn't, okay, what do I need to be changing in order to get there? So again, the more organized you can be, the more specific you guys can be, and the clear vision that you have is really how you're going to get to where you want to be. And again, this is going to make this business a lot more fun for you, a lot more exciting because you're more organized, your mind is more clear. I'm telling you, it's going to help you to have better time management, which I know is a big thing for a lot of the coaches within this team. And to be honest, it is for everyone. I mean, everyone's busy. Everyone has other responsibilities. But at the end of the day, working hard in this business for at least 2 to 3 years is going to create this crazy, exciting personal and financial freedom for yourself where you're going to look back and be like, wow, thank God I pushed myself. Thank God I took those few hours a night in order to do the things that I needed to do in order to reach my goals. And I'm telling you guys, it will be worth it. I'm realizing that. I'm excited about what is to come this year for us. And I'm here to help you. So, if your upline's new, if your personal sponsored coach is new, if you guys don't feel like you have the knowledge or the confidence in order to set these goals or to know what you need to be doing, please don't hesitate to reach out because I'm here to help you guys. I want to help you guys. I'm excited for us. So I hope you guys are as excited for this year and what we're going to accomplish in this team. And, please know again that we're always here for you in order to help you to get there. So, I'm welcoming anyone now to ask any questions about what I just went over, or how you guys feel about your goals. Do you think you're setting big enough goals for yourself after listening to the call? And do you feel like you know how to get there?
Hi.
Hi.
That was awesome advice, and I'm kind of familiar with the SMART goals, but I haven't really used them for the business. So I'm anxious to try that. But when you said that, inviting people to the coaching opportunity every day, that's where I struggle the most with. How do you go about doing that?
Yeah, I mean, most of course, we know forming is a long process. For me, it will be a post that I do, but also reaching out to people personally. So, reaching out to people that I've started conversations with about the opportunity, or we've been talking on a personal level about where I feel like they're in their life, and that I feel like this can really help them get to where they want to be. So, I think it's part of the forming process and really understanding, okay, who can I pinpoint out of my friends or by their post? Maybe it's a post. Like, I see people post all the time saying like how miserable they are, or how like broke they are. Like a lot of people are willing to put so much stuff out on Facebook for people to see, which is interesting. But it gives us that opportunity to, what I usually do, Jenny, to make them feel more comfortable is I'll like their post, or I'll comment on their post or something to start that energy and that connection with them. And then I'll reach out to them personally and be super genuine and just say, hey, like, I don't know how much you know, but depending on how close I am with the person, I don't know how much you know about what I do, but I used to not be in a great place either. And this business has changed my life. Like, basically trying to have them relate to the situation by what I already know about them. So I think that's really important, is providing a vision for someone and how they can connect with this, because not everyone's going to connect to the same story. So you need to take that opportunity to kind of learn about a person, to learn what are the things they're struggling with in their life. Because to be honest, I think the missing part for a lot of coaches is they focus so much on the health and fitness piece, and not everyone needs help with health and fitness. Maybe they don't really want that much help with health and fitness, but they may be living paycheck to paycheck. They may feel lost and not passionate about what they're doing every day. They may want more freedom to travel and spend time with their family. So I think we need to all be more observant to look for those cues in people's posts, in order to take advantage of that opportunity, if that makes sense. And we can talk about this more. I've been working on conversations for people too, because I know this is something that I haven't really provided for you guys. I know I've provided it from other coaches, but I'm working on documents for you guys based on conversations that I've had with people, so you can see exactly what I've said, how that conversation has transformed into a sale or them coming on board as a coach. So I'm hoping that will help you guys as well this year.
Awesome. Thank you. Great call.
Thanks, hon.
Yeah, and I'd love to, maybe when we're at leadership, to just go over my goals with you and have you help me out with that elite goal guide if I'm not done by then. I'm hoping the plane has Wi-Fi and I can do it then. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love that for sure. I can't wait to see you there. And Suzanne's going to be there this year, I mean. Keep forgetting it's already the new year. Suzanne, do you have any questions? Have you set goals for yourself?
This is so cute.
You're still muted. I don't know if she knows how to mute yourself. That's okay. No worries, hon. Oh, there you go.
I started setting them, so we're good.
Great. Well, let me know if you want to go over them with me. I'd be happy to do that if you want to have a call or whatever, a video chat or whatever that helps you to work with you to understand exactly what you need to do in order to achieve them.
Okay, good. Sounds good.
Great. Well, thanks so much, guys, for calling on. I'm so excited in order to review your goals and to see what we're going to do in this new year.
Thank you, Heather.
Bye.
Love ya. See you soon.
Bye.